all. So we're here with another entry in our Gelli JunkAdori. So this is we're just going to collage today. Just have fun, just doing some intuitive collaging. This already has a nice bit of Gelli printing on it. I'm still going to build it up. So I have this piece, this Gelli print here. Just kind of want to get more of a torn edge here. So I'll go down there. So we're just going to jump in like we do. I hope you guys can see. And just start collage. No rhyme or reason. Just jump in here and not only use up these scraps, because that's what it's all about. Just have fun creating. Okay. So I'm just going to, actually the way I'm going to collage is I'm going to just jump back and forth between both sides of the page. In other words, one of the things I'll challenge myself to do when I'm collaging is just, as opposed to searching for a particular piece of paper, when I'm collaging, I just will, whatever I pick up is then what I go to find a place for. It's kind of like, it's like I have all these different little methods of how I challenge myself. And that's one of the ways. So I'm collaging, like I won't, a part of the intuitive collaging is obviously intuition. So we're not thinking about and pondering, we're just going intuitively. And because we're in our journal and we're playing, you know, there are no right and no wrongs, there are no mistakes. We just go at it. So when I see a piece that I get my hands on, I just figure out where I'm gonna put it. So I'm just gonna make sure I throw these pieces away as I go, so I don't see. So I picked that up. That's a little bit of a book page, and I like it's that old. It's a bit of old French book page that's on beautiful handmade paper. It's an old book. I think it's like in the 1800s. So I think I'm just also going to build on wherever I have things. So we're just going to build up. Literally just kind of pick up and go. Okay. Okay. That there. Okay. Look at that. Bit there. Throw stuff away as I go. That way I know I'm actually getting rid of stuff versus putting it back down and I look at it again and like be a little something on there. I'm like, oh, what can I do with this? No, Robin, that is definitely a throwaway. And I'm going through my studio and just trying to continue to purge. Oh my goodness, it's amazing to me how much stuff, honest to goodness, I actually have. Just stuff I've collected over the years. Beautiful things. I'm just making myself look at them differently and move them into projects. Projects. Okay, let's put that there off. Loving that. Okay. Put it up there like that, and then I'll cut it at the top. Like that. We're just having at it. Having at it. Trying to figure out which way I want to put it down. I think I'll go with that. Okay. So you just kind of go through your scraps like this. I'm telling you, you can have a video on and literally clean up your scraps. I do this a lot as I'm making pages for inside of books and stuff. Like I literally, I think I have some here if I can put my hands right on and show you guys. And a lot of times if I'm sitting down looking at a video, generally I'm listening to a podcast. I love podcasts. Or a documentary. I love that there. I'll just do this kind of intuitive collage and get quite a bit accomplished. Let me see. I think I have some right here to show you. Here's a stack of them. And literally, and these are like the larger pieces, but literally I just go through and just do the front and back. And these are all scraps. Like I didn't do the back of this one. Sometimes I do the back, sometimes I don't. It just depends. Like I knew this one I probably were gonna just actually glue down on maybe some of my file folders or something like that. This one's front and back. It's just a print. Same thing with this one. I think I'm gonna do that, but I may put something on the back. But a lot of times I just do front and back, and I just use book pages. Just use my, my old book pages as a substrate. And literally, I just go through and make these pages. And then I can just select from them and do what I want. I literally can just take and adhere them, or, take them and using the 𝐒𝐢𝐠𝐬 method of binding. Or we could use the Jacob's Ladder one. And literally, so these pages are ready to go. And I just have a chunk of pages just ready to go and insert at different places, depending on, what I'm doing and what I think I'm alike, and, all that kind of stuff. So, and it's the same type of collage. Just get your spare book pages, all your, your bits and pieces. What did I do with this piece? And, love this here. And then just have at it. Just sit down and just mindlessly take each individual page and fill it up. I like doing that, and it uses up the pieces that a lot of little pieces that I love without being like a major, or I don't have to decide what I'm going to use it in. At that point, it's available to become a part of a collage or a part of a book, as needed. I like that. Just fold this up. Why not? Why not? Just bring it up the back here and get that next time. Okay. Ooh, loving it. Okay, so now let me just assess where we are. So let me cut this off here. Get this out the way. So I want to take a bit of this and use it. I think I'll put it right over that. Let me just tear it down. This is an old document that I printed on onion skin. Okay, take this off. And put that there like that. Perfect. I love it. And that's, look how that collage just came together so nicely. Better than if I had been looking at it and then trying to figure out, okay, I think I'm gonna put this here and that there, and then kind of just like laying stuff around. I mean, it's only paper, number one, and you know, and the time it takes just to make it. So make one. So I just say go for it. Wait a minute. Okay, I want to make sure that, okay, that's good. And then I'm gonna cut this bit off. I'm gonna move this over into, got the bit of space here, so I'm just gonna put that there. And this all disappears anyhow, right? Because of the onions, the quality of the onion skin, so that's nice. So I'm gonna put this down like over that piece there. Got these nice layers. Okay, this is yummy. And let me see. Let me go in here and grab one of these labels. I had these labels too, but I want something a little bit more. That's one of mine. I think it might be too big. Let's just do something a little smaller. Ooh, oh, that's neat, because it still leaves some white around it, which I like. Okay, let's put that down. Okay, so that's perfect, and it picks up the green. See, picked up the green from that side without me even thinking about it. Alrighty, that's just how the eye does. The eye will just pick up stuff and kind of know what to do. Now I have these, when I was working on, just kind of get stuff out of my way, so I don't think I want that. I'm not going to use this. So I think that one of the things that I had when I was just trying to figure out how the stamps, oops, and I was working on that large journal page, and I just kind of off stamped on this just to see how they were stamping before I stamped, because I was trying to decide on the color that I wanted. So let's use these. Why let them go to waste? They're great over here on our, I think I'm going to put them up there like that. So put one here. Love it. And I'll put one up next to it. Okay. So kind of like that. Yep, do just like I was going to do it. No second guessing. Okay. Alrighty. I say this side is done. I love it. I love how that works in there like that. This is a neat collage, yeah? All those little bits and pieces. And over here, I'm not done. I need to kind of keep this from curling. It's just that the paper's thin underneath it. Until I actually do something on the other side, it's going to pretty much be like that. I was thinking about these stamps, but I think they're a little too big. So, oh, this is on, that's on a hard piece of paper. That's not going to work. So, what other scraps do I have? Some scraps I've been making. I don't want to collage too much stuff on here because I don't want it to get too big. But I was sort of making these like small kind of stampy collage things that could be good. But the problem with that could be that it just gets a little bit thick. I guess it's not going to be that. So I'm going to decide if I'm going to use that. Or, let me see. Let me see what other scraps I can find over here. I know I have stuff. Oh, that's right. Remember I made, oh, here we are. I made some, remember how we made some of that, just want to cover a little bit more of this space, kind of integrate things. So, how we made some of this napkins and made our own paper. So we're going to use some of that. I did enjoy using this. Just took the inside section. Oh, my dog is like upset. He's outside of the room here, but he doesn't want to come in. He's trying to go hang out with someone else, I think. And they're like, they're not probably working. Everybody works from home, and he kind of like just goes around from room to room, which is cool for him, but it can be a bit of a distraction when you're working, you know, you're on a Zoom session or kind of dealing with your colleagues, and he like wants attention, so he'll be okay. Okay, I love that. I'll see which side. Okay, this like this. And see, that's a perfect integration of that space. It still leaves us some green, but it'll tie all these elements together. And then that'll be our collage. Let me go ahead and get the glue on here. Okay. I think something like this should do it. Yep. Oh yes, perfect. Because I loved how these napkins just really literally just disappear. Where's my top? They disappear, and yet we still can see all that yummy stuff underneath it. But it just gets some information in that space. Get it to focus. So cool. Okay. Yep. So our little beetles and bits and pieces of jelly prints, the printables. And it's just all the scraps that were laying around. And look at these, just two really neat collages in our junk journal. So I think that's everything. Another session. But yeah, I'll just show you these. These right here, here again, I'm listening to a podcast. And I just made a lot of them. These are just all these scraps that were in my little, you know, I've shown you this little bowl that I throw things in. I'm just down to like bits and pieces in some of the backgrounds. These are pieces I use as a background to start these sections like this type of thing. And so literally I just took all the bits and pieces and just collaged. Just did these little bits. So that means I can take my rubber stamp on them. They just become pieces that I could actually decide I'm going to collage this with this. And, you know, it could actually be, put that on a page. like over here, if I wanted to kind of just have a collage base ready to go, I literally could just take this page and sort of fill it up with some of these elements that are already collaged with the smaller pieces. And just kind of have fun with that. They also can be used as tabs. Like I literally could just have it hanging off the side of the page like that. And I could do like that and then do one on the other side. Oops. So I could, you know, I could double side it and just kind of glue these both down. And then that would make a neat tag, but yet different. So when I'm working on my books, like all this stuff comes in so handy because it's all here just ready to go. Like this is just a little piece that's cream with my prized red line onion skin. Of course, I'm not throwing that away. But that could literally be put down and collage there and keep on from there. So that's what I do with my scraps. So I actually take all these little scraps and turn them into first stage mini collages. And then that way, I mean, look at this. This is just yummy. And then they're ready to go. They're ready to just add to other things. I can literally take them. And that's why I like that Tim Holtz. Because I literally could take this, let's say, and this. Let's see. Let's just say like a piece like this. Just say something like that. Right? And I can use my Tim Holtz mini stapler and just staple that. Staple it like that. And then, you know, that can be put down. Once that's glued down, it actually is still a place where something could be tucked because of the way we did it. So it literally, oh, sorry about that. It literally could be this tuck spot like that on a journal page, right? So this would all get glued down and that tuck spot stays there. And when you take it out, it still has a neat collage-y kind of look to it, you know, which is like more like our style. So that's what I do with a lot of these. And then they're ready just to be used in like a myriad of different ways. So all those little pieces, just kind of keep on doing that process of, oh, this is one where actually I had a bit of a hornet's nest. I had a hornet's nest that I had somewhere, and I think in the move, I put it one place, but then this little piece got separated. So I just glued it right on. I love that paper that they make. Look at that hornet's nest paper. It's like really cool. So I took a piece of that and a piece of the sari silk, and I just glued this on, and then I took the sari silk and just used a little mini stapler. I love that. And that could just be an element in the page that, you know, I put down and just kind of keep collaging or just use that as an element in itself. So just keep on making these bits and pieces and then use them. Use them in your journals. Use them as tabs. And they're just on the ready to be used. And that, I mean, I think I did like all of these maybe in 40 minutes or something like that, just listening to podcasts and then just keeping them in here like this. It keeps them together and I can find them. They're right here in this drawer. All right. Take care. Love you guys. Bye-bye.